Just ahead on City Scene News, your child could be the next star in Alice in Wonderland with auditions opening soon. Start planning your summer now by reserving a park shelter online. And don't throw your Christmas tree in the trash, recycle it. City Scene News starts now. Hello, I'm Jonathan Kirsch with the latest Lakewood news and events. The December 9th City Council meeting began with the Lakewood Historical Society presenting the winners of its annual essay contest and the Friends of Paha presenting a check to the city in the amount of $34,093 to support Lakewood's Camp Paha and Paha Adults in Transition programs. Council also approved authorizing the city to serve as the applicant for a Great Outdoors Colorado grant for playground improvements at Green Mountain Elementary School and approved increases to water and sewer fees for the Lakewood utility, which serves a limited number of residents in the city. Water fees will increase on average about $1.68, and the increase is based on increased charges coming from Denver Water. Sewer fees will increase on average about $3.60, and the increase is based on increased charges coming from Metro Wastewater Reclamation District. In other council news, council set January 13th as the public hearing for changes to group home regulations. To watch city council meetings online, visit lakewood.org/council videos. It's been bitterly cold the last few weeks, and we're only at the beginning of winter. But while we're keeping ourselves warm, we can't forget to do the same for our pets. Jennifer Strickland from Foothills Animal Shelter is here with some tips on keeping our pets safe during the winter. But before we get to those tips, who do you have with us today?
Well, I've got Ed with us, and he is a 10-year-old, we think, rat terrier mix who came to us actually as a lost dog at the end of October, and no owner came to claim him. And so he is now up for adoption. He's a sweetie, and I hate to use the word favorite, but definitely one of the staff and volunteer favorites.
Great. And he looks really comfortable and warm in the studio here. How could Ed's future owner keep him warm during the winter? Well,
great question. I think the main thing is to use common sense, and especially for a dog that's older and has shorter hair, really just brief visits outside to go potty for the dogs is really all they need. You don't want to take a chance. Now, it's different if you have a young golden retriever that needs to be walked and that sort of thing, but I think just really keeping an eye on temperatures and keeping them indoors as much as possible.
You mentioned taking the dogs on a walk. You really shouldn't leave the dog off the leash in the winter, right?
Very good point, right? Because they can actually, if they get lost, they're not going to be able to find their way back as quickly because of not being able to use their scent, their nose as much because there's snow and the cold temperatures. So they can get lost a lot quicker. And another thing to remember is that lakes can be frozen over, or we think they may be frozen over, but if a dog gets out on them, they may not be solid and they could fall through.
And it's not just the cold that's a danger to our pets. We also have to protect them and keep them safe from the things that we use to fight the cold too.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we were talking about walks. So let's say you do take your dog on a walk. If you're going on a sidewalk, if you're walking them on pavement, on roads, there could be salt on there, and that may not be pet friendly. So we always advise to wipe off your dog's feet before bringing them back inside, but you do have to think about those kinds of things. Another biggie is antifreeze this time of year.
Right.
So, definitely not a good idea to leave your pet unattended in your garage or where they could get access to a driveway, because while that helps our cars a lot, it is something that's very toxic to animals and sweet. So it's a bad combo.
Right, good point. Ed's looking very festive this holiday season, and since it is the holiday season, I'm sure you have the perfect gift for the dog lovers out there.
Absolutely. You always want to remember to license your pet. That is a way that you can keep them safe all year round, not just during the holidays.
Well, thanks, Jennifer, for stopping by and introducing us to Ed.
Thanks so much for having us.
For more information about keeping your pets safe and warm during the winter, or about licensing your dog, you can go online to foothillsanimalshelter.org or see them in person at 580 McIntyre Street in Golden.
3, 2, 1.
Dozens of Lakewood residents braved the frigid temperatures to help Mayor Bob Murphy usher in the holiday season in Lakewood with the lighting of the holiday lights over at the Lakewood Heritage Center. More than 8,000 LED lights were turned on with the flip of a switch. The lights are free to the public to view and will be on through January 2nd. Kids also had a chance to get their picture taken with Santa himself, as well as make vintage holiday ornaments in the country schoolhouse. The city of Lakewood will accept live Christmas trees for recycling this holiday season. Trees may be dropped off between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. from January 3rd to January 12th at the City Greenhouse at 9556 West Yale Avenue. This program is for individual residents only and is not open to commercial businesses. Be sure to remove all garland, lights, tinsel, ornaments, nails, any bags, netting, and tree stands before dropping off your tree. Mulch made from the trees will be available for personal use. For more information, please contact the Urban Parks Administration office at 720-963-5240. The Lakewood Cultural Center will be hosting auditions for Missoula Children's Theater's participatory musical theater residency of Alice in Wonderland from 4 to 6 p.m. on January 20th for children in grades K through 12. The group audition requires no advance registration, preparation, or previous stage experience. Participants must sign in by 3:45 p.m. and will be required to stay for the full 2-hour group audition. Auditions, rehearsals, and performances will take place at the Lakewood Cultural Center. Rehearsals will begin immediately following the audition and will continue for the week Tuesday through Friday after school from 4 to 8:30 p.m. and Saturday morning. In addition to a wide variety of roles, assistant directors will also be cast to help with rehearsals throughout the week and to take on essential backstage responsibilities. 2 one-hour fully staged performances of Alice in Wonderland will take place at 1 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. on January 25th. Cost for participation in the residency is $50 per participant, which is assessed only to those children accepted into the program. Tickets for the 2 public performances are $9 and are available at 303-987-7845 at lakewood.org/tickets or the Lakewood Cultural Center box office. Senior, student, and child discounts are available. If you're one of those people who like to plan ahead, now is your chance to plan your summer get-togethers. You can now reserve a park shelter online at lakewood.org/shelter rentals or by calling 303-987-7800. Reservations can be made for picnics, birthday parties, weddings, or reunions. Be sure to book your shelter before they fill up for the summer. Leave those flashlights at home for the snow full moon hike at Bear Creek Lake Park on December 17th at 5 p.m. You will be guided by a park naturalist along the park's trails and surrounding green spaces. Be sure to wear comfortable hiking shoes, dress for weather conditions, and bring water. These hikes are designed for the whole family, but each will average an hour and a half of walking and observing. You can register online at lakewood.org/BCLP. Celebrate the first day of winter with the City of Lakewood at Bear Creek Park at 6 p.m. on December 21st. There will be a short night hike, and then everyone will gather around the campfire for a marshmallow roast and celebration of the winter solstice that will include the traditional burning of the Yule log. Be sure to bring your own mug to enjoy a hot beverage. Register online at lakewood.org/BCLP before December 16th. For the past few months, visitors to the Civic Center have encountered construction when they arrive to do business. The north end of the upper parking lot and adjacent sidewalks next to the Cultural Center are closed and will remain closed until January. Parking is available on the upper parking lot on the south side and also on the upper parking deck of the Public Safety Center. Work on the south side of the upper parking deck will begin in January if weather cooperates. For the most up-to-date information about the construction, visit lakewood.org/Civic Center Refresh. Don't miss out on Grand Dérangement at 7:30 p.m. on January 16th and 17th. The name Grand Dérangement refers to the expulsion of the Acadians from Nova Scotia in 1755, but the name also alludes to the group wanting to rouse its audience. The music is exciting, the show is a visual feast, and the highly poetic songs, while insightful, defy the audience to stand still. Tickets are $28. For more information about the group, visit granddérangement.com. Check out Exploring Costa Rica, Colors, Creatures, and Curiosities on January 19th at 2 p.m. Filmmaker Sandy Mortimer guides the audience through an intimate point-of-view journey through breathtaking beauty and the engaging people of Costa Rica. Through Mortimer's brilliant cinematography and live narration, you will stop to meet locals, hear their stories, and soak up the country's wild offerings. Tickets are just $10. You can get your tickets to these performances by calling 303-987-7845. Visiting lakewood.org/tickets, or stopping by the Lakewood Cultural Center box office. Student, senior, and group discounts are available. Ward 5 Council members Tom Quinn and Karen Harrison will meet at 8:30 a.m. on December 20th at Our Savior Church at the corner of Garrison and Jewel to discuss the Carmody Master Plan. Their guest speaker will be Allison Scheck from the Community Resources Department. Wondering what's happening in Ward 3? Well, you can join council members Shakti and Pete Roybal on the fourth Saturday of each month starting in January at Phillips United Methodist Church at 1450 South Pierce Street from 9 to 10 a.m. to discuss topics and issues specific to Ward 3. Shakti will also hold meetings with residents at 8 a.m. on the first Monday of each month at the Sunrise Sunset Restaurant at 1424 South Wadsworth Boulevard. A big thank you to residents who participated in the City Cleanup Days held in October. Over the 2 days, the city collected 197 tons of material. Of that, 152 tons was diverted from the landfill as scrap metal or electronics recycling or sent to ARC thrift stores for resale. Congratulations to City Manager Kathy Hodgson, who has been appointed to the Colorado Municipal League Executive Board. The CML Executive Board is comprised of 19 elected officials and key municipal staff members who are elected by the membership at an annual business meeting. The board is responsible for overall finances, management, and policy affairs of the league. If you would like to learn more about the Colorado Municipal League, visit cml.org. Have you ever seen an elk use a crosswalk? Check out this picture posted to Twitter of one of our Lakewood Police Department's squad cars braking for an elk who decided to use the crosswalk to cross the street at Yale and Estes. The post was in response to a Jefferson County tweet a captain took while waiting for an elk herd to clear an intersection in Evergreen. Follow Lakewood PD on Twitter for all the latest PD news. Now that winter is officially upon us, today's KLTV8 YouTube feature is snow and ice removal. The video features information about the city's snow and ice removal policy that helps keep roads and sidewalks clear.
Oh, winter. Frozen landscapes, blizzard snowfalls, whiteouts, black ice, 2-foot drifts, horizontal snowstorms, old Jack Frost. Again and again. You may not be ready for the next icy blast of winter, but don't worry, Lakewood is. Winter is back, and that means snow, ice, and inconvenience. But luckily, Lakewood has a plan. It's called the Snow Plan, and this program will tell you all about it. The City of Lakewood's snow removal plan was developed with an important goal in mind: to keep clear the main streets and keep traffic flowing. Flowing traffic means people get to work, kids get to school, families shop for the things they need, and emergency vehicles make it safely to their destinations. As soon as snow accumulates on the pavement, Lakewood sends out the plows. Lakewood prioritizes snow routes according to the volume of traffic on each street. Arterial and major collector streets like West Alameda, West Jewel, and Union are the first priority for snow removal. Why? Because if traffic can't move on those streets, no one is going anywhere in Lakewood. The second priorities are minor collector streets, such as Quail and 13th Avenue, followed by schools and shopping areas. Hilly residential streets are the third priority. You're probably wondering about your street. Unless it falls into one of the previously mentioned categories, it normally will not get plowed. Why? Because just keeping the arterial or main streets open means plowing each street more than once. Adding residential streets to that job means adding hundreds of miles, and there are simply not enough plows or hours in a day to plow 500 miles of streets repeatedly. Plus, the cost and time factors are prohibitive and unnecessary under typical snow conditions. Besides, the snow usually melts before plows can get to residential streets. But what if you have an emergency situation? Don't worry. In that case, the city will coordinate plow drivers to get emergency vehicles to you. Also, if deep snow makes driving difficult and melting is not forecast to happen soon, Lakewood will hire private contractors to supplement city crews. All residential streets will get plowed at that time. To see Lakewood's priority snowplow routes, go to www.lakewood.org/maps. Whenever snow totals reach 12 inches or more, look for updates on snow removal on KLTV8 or by going to www.lakewood.org. During extreme conditions, an emergency operations telephone center will be set up to take calls in person. This phone bank will coordinate transportation for critically needed employees such as plow drivers, police, doctors, nurses, and emergency medical personnel. High-priority medical needs such as kidney dialysis can also be coordinated. To make a request for such services, call 303-987-7950. Have you looked at a snowplow lately? It's a huge vehicle and it's not easy to maneuver. Please remember that snowplows require a lot of space to do their work during snowstorms. Give them extra room whenever you're around them. Follow at a safe distance and please allow at least 5 car lengths between your vehicle and the snowplow. Lakewood snowplow drivers work 12-hour shifts during the most adverse weather conditions. Do your part to make sure we all get home safely in bad weather. Turning to other snow removal policies, it's your responsibility to shovel snow from your sidewalks within 24 hours of the end of a storm. Lakewood adopted this ordinance because snow-covered sidewalks are hazardous to children and neighbors who have to use them. There is no ordinance requiring you to shovel your driveway, but the sidewalk must be cleared. Lakewood encourages you to shovel the snow onto your yard rather than into the street. There are 2 good reasons for doing this. Number 1, your yard needs the moisture. Number 2, the freeze-thaw cycle from melting snow in the street leads to potholes and pavement cracks. Plus, who needs more snow on the road? So plan ahead before the storm, and if you need help clearing the snow off of your sidewalks, find a nice person on your block to assist you. There are also companies in the phone book you can hire. Also, please understand that if your street gets plowed, you're going to find a windrow in front of your driveway. A windrow is a bank of snow created when a snowplow moves snow to the side of the street. Since there are more than 40,000 driveways in Lakewood, the city cannot clear each drive. It's the responsibility of residents and businesses to remove windrows from the entrances to their property. When snow and ice build up on roads, dangerous conditions occur. Lakewood uses a liquid anti-icer on several major streets when snowstorms are expected. The anti-icer is applied before the storm to keep snow and ice from bonding to the pavement. During the storm, a solid de-icer is used to melt accumulating snow and provide traction. Lakewood wants to remind you that the Colorado Department of Transportation is responsible for plowing the state highways. If you have a concern about the state highways that run through Lakewood, those being Kipling, Wadsworth, Sheridan, West Colfax, West 6th, Morrison, and Hamden, please contact CDOT at cotrip.org. For snow and ice buildup in Lakewood, please call Street Maintenance at 303-987-7950. You can also visit www.lakewood.org to learn more about the city's snow plan. In the meantime, drive safely this winter and plan ahead for snowstorms. And when that snowstorm gets here, remember to check on your neighbors, especially the elderly and those people with special needs. We can't always predict the weather, but we can help each other get through the snow, one storm at a time.
Check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/KLTV8 to watch this video and all our other videos. And don't forget to subscribe so you can watch new videos as soon as they're added. That's it for this edition of City Scene News. Stay up to date on the latest Lakewood news and events at lakewood.org/stayinformed. I'm Jonathan Kirsch. Thanks for watching.